kaibigan, kamag-anak, kapamilya at Pilipino na namatay, nagkasakit at na-ospital, nawala ng trabaho, nabawasan o nagkulang ang kita, nasara ng negosyo, may mga pangarap ding naantala o marahil ay hindi na natupad. Bawat isa sa atin, dinanas at naranasan ito. Subalit sa kabila nito, sana'y maniwala at magtiwala pa rin tayo na matatapos, lilipas din at magwawakas ang pandemyang ito. At sa muling pagbubukas ng mundo, sana meron pa tayong sapat na lakas at tapang na harapin ang mga bagong hamon at pagsubok na maaaring ibato sa atin ng tadhana. Dalawa lamang ang kailangan para malampasan natin ito. Una, importanteng kalimutan natin ang pagkakaiba ng bawat isa sa atin. Bago natin isipin na tayo'y Bisaya, Bicolano, Waray o Ilocano, isipin natin na tayo'y puro Pilipino lamang. Bago natin isipin na tayo'y Katoliko, Kristiyano, Muslim o anumang relihiyon, tayo'y puro anak na nag-iisang Diyos lamang. At bago natin isipin na tayo'y babae, lalaki, nakapag-aral man o hindi, may itsura o wala, mayaman man o mahirap, bawat isa sa atin ay nilalang na nabubuhay sa iisa at parehong mundo. Importante ang pagkakaisa at pagtutulungan para malampasan natin lahat ng problema na dulot ng pandemya ito. Hiling at dalangin ko na sana ito ang makita natin, maski na sa kalagitnaan, lalong-lalo na pagkatapos ng darating na halalan. Pangalawang importante at kailangan binibigay sa atin ng pagkakataon, at yan ay sa pamamagitan ng pagpili ng mga leader sa anumang pwesto sa ating bansa. Importante na gamitin natin ang ating kapangyarihan at karapatan, pumili at piliin ang mga leader na may sapat na kakayahan na magbigay ng siguradong direksyon at siguradong solusyon sa mabibigat na problema na kinakaharap ng ating bansa sa ngayon. Siguradong na direksyon o siguradong na solusyon. Ang iyo na ako-usap, ang inyong tabang o suporta. Ako Gyudling Saligan. Maraming akong itanyag ganinyo. Sa usap, may buntag, dagang salamat. Ug mag-amping kitang ganin.
Thank you. Let's support Senator Chiz Escudero. Now let's start with our Q&A. So who will throw the first question? Okay, at you have the microphone.
Hi, hello.
I heard that you went to the market early this morning, and I would like to ask you, how was your experience?
Favorite ko yun sa campaign, pumunta sa market. Yun yung lagi kong really request na pumunta ako sa market. Kasi gusto ko lumampas sa market siya. Pero totoo, favorite ko talaga siya kasi hindi ako masyado nakakapunta sa market kasi kaya nakikita ko. Actually, kanina nakita ko may nagdadala ng ano ba yan? Kamyas. Laki ng suko niya ng kamyas. Nagpabili ako ng sweet corn. Ganyan. So I really enjoy. And it's again what Madam Margot said kanina, nagugulat sila pag nandun yata ako. Pero it's refreshing to be able to see all of them na bagong gising sila, babaw ng hair, mga bagong shampoo, ganyan. Nakakatawa. It's my favorite. Pwede yun lang yung buong campaign ko, yun yung gagawin ko. Yes, of course.
Okay, good morning, Har. We all know that you went to the Paris Fashion Week all by yourself for the first time. You went on a solo flight. What are the things that you have learned from the whole experience, and would you do that again for work?
Hindi siya biro. I know it appears pompous or fashion is very mga puro kaarihan, but it is, for me, it's a career. And nung time na yun, nung hindi sila lahat, pag bumabiyahe ko, madami akong kasama kasi takot din ako. Tsaka hindi ako marunong mag-fill up ng mga form, mga ganyan. Tapos di ba pag nag-change flight, nag-iiba-iba din yung mga sumasakit yung tiyan ko. But sabi nga ng Cheesy, 37 ka na. Medyo it's time to step up. So I was able to, learn. Mukha akong tanga ngayon ako nakaluto ng sunny side up. Naluto ako. And I really enjoyed. I enjoyed because I just like with everyone, when you experience something new, you learn that you can do it. And, given a situation again, you can step up to the plate and actually do it and be independent. And I really learned a lot. And if there's anything that I really appreciate is the Pinoys everywhere. So yung driver ko na nandun, matagal na siya yung nagda-drive sa akin. Diyos ko, lahat siya tinulungan, pati yung videographer ko na taga Milan, pati buhok ko, tinulungan na ako. So, it was a fun experience. If I were to do it again, the answer is no. No, siguro kung talagang walang choice, alam kong kaya ko. Kasi, Diyos ko, hirap talaga.
Thank you.
Natakot ako. Go!
Good morning, Miss Hart. It's so fun to see you in the campaign trail right now. So, bakit po finally when you joined? Bakit po sa Cebu? And will we expect you, to see you in other places? Plus, saan po ngayon si Governor?
Si Chiz, sobrang busy kasi noon eh, pero okay lang kasi busy din ako. So, quits lang kami. Cebu, I love Cebu. Actually, pag nagka-campaign ako, medyo surprised din siya sa akin kung saan ako pupunta. But when I found out I was going to Cebu, I always, I love Cebu kasi nung very active ako mag-mall show, ganyan, makanta ka ng mga Britney Spears, dun sa harapan ng Gaisano, nung bata ako. So I've always had really nice memories. And Cebu is, I would actually go on little trips and I would see the suppliers of people who make handbags, and I love Cebu. I love lechon, kaya naka-water cleanse ako today, kaya tulala. But I love Cebu. It's very, very special to me. It's actually one of my favorites. So I'm so happy to be here. But I'm also very sad kasi I'm bilis. Usually, pag pwede mag-overnight, pero wala. Hindi ako makakapunta sa Bonnie Ace. Favorite si Bonnie Ace. Si Ma'am Ramir.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Hart. So, Governor Chiz was named one of the top performing governors in the country.
Second to your governor.
Yeah, second to.
Wow.
May nagsasabi na sana extend pa siya as governor. Ano comment mo ba about it?
I think Cheese would always say na give chance to others. So, tsaka nakita ko na pagod talaga rin siya doon. But I'm very, very proud of him that he has done so much, like the difference sa Sorsogon, yung mga infrastructure, yung mga hospitals, yung lahat, by promoting Sorsogon. But I think, it's time for him also to, again, make way for other people to also excel as governor.
Hey, Ma'am, sorry. Consistent parati si Senator Chiz sa mga surveys. Sabi nila kahit hindi na daw mga panya, sigurado daw panalo. So, anong comment mo dito?
Oh my gosh, parang, syempre bias ako. Asawa ko siya at the end of the day. But, with Chiz, as you can see, Escudero sigurado, he has really done a lot in the past. Pero nahiya din ako magbuhat ng bangko. But if there's anything, siguro he wants, sakaling mabigyan siya ng pagkakataon na bumalik sa Senado. There are a lot of things that he wants to do as well. So I hope he's given a chance. For example, should I elaborate? Number one, it would be to help the MSMEs. That makes up about 98% of the economy. So that's 98% lost jobs and 98% of jobs that will be given back. He's very, when we talk about other countries like Italy, in Italy, binibigyan sila ng subsidies na, mabigyan sila ng leeway para bayaran yung mga taxes nila ng mga 3 to 5 years, pwede na hulug-hulugan. These are some of the things that he would like to, help out in the Senate. Meron din silang binibigyan sila ng allowance para mabayaran din yung mga empleyado nila, and in return, tumatakbo pa rin yung economy nila. So these things he would hopefully like to apply also sa Senate. Agriculture is also one that he wants to focus on. If I'm not mistaken, my father-in-law, I never met him, but noong 80s, he was Minister of Agriculture, and it was 1.3 hectares of land na irrigated at that time. And we were actually number one, kasabayan natin yung Thailand. And now they're number one in exporting, and we're number one in importing, which is very sad. So imagine after 35 years, it's, ang layo na, parang nasa 9 million na ata sila. And also na mabigyan din sila ng budget is something that he wants to advocate kasi the agriculture is sa ibang bansa, ang lalaki ng kinikita ng agriculture, and a big percentage of our magsasaka, mga farmers natin, nasa 50s na. So hindi nila, discourage na yung mga anak nila na get into the same business because kumakain sila and they make less money, not enough that they deserve. And if I'm not mistaken, that's about just 10% of the budget that's given for infrastructure. So these things that he would like to improve. I mean, I'm so proud of what he has done in Sorsogon, but I think there are other things that he can also do. He has such a great mind. I'm a #1 fan, even if may iba akong boyfriend doon, hinahangaan ko na siya. Charot. Nakita ko siya dati sa La Union. And getting to know him, he has such a great mind. Another thing, he would also want to focus on tourism. Pasensya na, it's mundo ko yung fashion and everything, but I feel those are one of my winning moments whenever I talk about the Philippines. And he also wants to really, promote na mabuksan na finally ang Philippines kasi yung mga ibang bansa kailangan ng visa para pumunta, and it would really help the economy. So there's other things that I feel, greater things that he can also do as a Senate, so hopefully he's given a chance.
Thank you, ma'am. Follow-up lang is one
Ang dami kong sinabi.
Once makabalik po si Senator Chiz, ano mo magiging role ni Miss Heart Evangelista Escudero?
Parang on the sidelines lang ulit. I feel that Chiz is a great man and I'll always support him. And siguro yun lang yung role ko. Again, hindi naman din ako mapolitika, although I do hear a lot from him. And I'm surrounded by great minds. I'm introduced to great minds all the time. So I'll just support him the way that he supports me. Tsaka okay lang din yun na busy siya para pwede din ako maging busy. Kundi, weird ang pag-travel.
Hi, Miss Mari.
Good morning.
You're so cute.
Siyempre, ito ka village. Nagka-camera and makeup, hair, lahat. Nandito silang lahat.
Yes, here's my question.
Yes.
What if, for example, if you don't know Governor Chiz or not your husband, so how do you endorse Governor Chiz as a senator? What's the quality of Governor Chiz as a family man and as a husband?
Ang hirap ng tanong because I'm so biased. But first and
You don't
foremost,
know. You don't know.
I don't know him, which no 2007 I didn't know him personally, and I remember I saw him at an event and he spoke so well, and it's really refreshing to find somebody that really knows what he's saying. And when you do research about him, you know that he has done so much in the past. I think that's something that we should also practice. We don't just look at the ads or what's in front of us, but we should be responsible enough to really research. So I did research about him, but I found out he was married. So we at end of the road again. But eventually, he became my husband. And of course, seeing the difference, I realized that he is so much more than, of course, what I thought he would be. But as a politician, I think, hands down, he's really something else. He's a rare gem. Thank you.
I would tag Ms. Art, why would Cebuanos vote for Chiz, and ano ang expect ng mga Cebuanos if ever mahalag siya ulit sa Senado?
I guess like what I said earlier, Chiz Escudero, sigurado, he has such a great background of his achievements. Not really the type for him to isa-isa niya. I'm also not really the type na magbuhat ng bangko. But I think during his time and now, alam ng tao na marami na siyang nagawa. And you know that he will get the job done. And so I feel that people are confident about Chiz, and I'm very, very proud of him because he's doing so well because nga sa pangalan niya. So that's one. And again, just like your governor, he did so well also in Sorsogon. So, for somebody that is very much makes everything like action talaga, I think, again, Escudero sigurado. Yes.
Senator Chiz is with guest candidate siya sa iba't ibang parties. Hanggang ngayon wala pa siyang inendorso na kandidato pagka-presidente. Sa pag-uusap niyo, ma'am, may napulong ba kayo kung sino yung inendorso niya?
Actually, sa totoo lang, being with Cheese, it's the same. We feel the same. We have met all of them personally, and they're all really great people. You have Senator Manny, Senator Ping, who's anti-corruption. You have, of course, Isko, na mabilis ang kilos. You have, of course, BBM, na gusto magkaisa. You have Madam Lenny, na gusto lahat aangat sa buhay. They have all amazing platforms, but I feel like, just like a lot of people, we are all going through this process. And it's not a easy process to really decide who we want. At the end of the day, all of these wonderful platforms should be carried by one person, and I'm sure they all have it in their hearts to do the same. And I do respect everybody and what the colors that they stand for, but this is a great moment that we can all actually decipher, and we should be free to really study each one. Huwag tayong magmadali. Again, we all carry certain colors, and we should all be kind and respect each other. But pagdating na halalan, I think what's important is we do carry the colors of our flag, which is red, blue, white, and a tinge of yellow. Thank you very much.
Ikaw personally, ma'am, may ano ka na ba? Parang napili.
Meron ako napupusuan, pero again, ayokong magmadali. Like for example, sa Sorsogon, yun yung parang sinasabi na wala siyang isang tao. Because in Sorsogon, as ama ng Sorsogon, ayaw din niya bigyan ng, syempre when you say governor and you just stand for one person, you don't want to give an impression that you want them to just vote for one person. He wants them to see everyone. He wants them to have a choice, a chance. It is democracy that you introduce everybody and no, you're not biased to any of them because everybody has a choice. And yun siguro din yung dahilan niya, kaya lahat sila dinadala, lahat sila hinuhost sa Sorsogon. And I think that's beautiful, that we should all be given a chance to really see and no judgment, diba? Again, like what I said, they all have wonderful platforms.
What if magkaiba kayo ng mapili ni Senator Chiz?
Sige. Minsan meron talaga kaming pagkakaiba. Actually, hindi minsan. But, we're very open kasi. So, I learned a lot from him and he learned a lot from me. So, it's really a balance, I guess, but we both respect each other's choices. Hindi kami nag-aaway ng dahil doon at dapat hindi tayo mag-aaway-aaway ng dahil doon. Madami akong kilala na nag-aaway-aaway na. Tama na. We all stand for the colors of our flag, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, Ms. Hart, my question is, do you plan in the future to follow Chi's footsteps in the politics?
Not for me. I feel na, I think we were all born to do things different. We have a different purpose and different path in our lives. And I feel that I'm very, privileged and blessed enough that I was given this platform where I'm at. And I could actually use this platform to already help to create awareness for certain advocacies, to make a stand for certain things. And I think that's enough for me. I don't need that extra power or extra, to be a politician, to be able to convey my message or to be able to help. I'm not so much, especially for me, hindi ako masyado ma-post sa mga ginagawa ko because I feel like very cheesy, but it's true. My points in heaven are much more important unless I'm actively, again, highlighting a certain organization. I would so it's not really my field, but you can help in other ways, in many ways actually.
One question.
Hi, Hart. So, as a person like you or who already has everything, do you have anything that you want to achieve pa?
Sa totoo lang, when I was young, I wanted to become a vet, I wanted to become an ice skater, so mag-artista, madami akong gustong gawin. Pero as you get older, you realize na alam mo na yung capacity mo. So, kumbaga hindi ako masyadong nangangarap ng todo kasi dapat kontento ka na kung anong meron ka. At kung may dumating, then it's a bonus, di ba? For me, the only thing I ask is health for me and my loved ones, safety for everyone, na okay lahat. Okay na ako, lahat na lang, bonus na walang mawawala sa buhay ko, di ba? Kung may dumagdag, thank you, Lord. Pero okay na ako, sa totoo.
That's great to hear. One last question though, on the lighter side. You just celebrated your 7th wedding anniversary, right? So, how is Cheese as a husband and kumusta naman kayo sa loob ng 7 years?
Ayun, parang 20 years na. Feels like 20, no? I think we also had a very rough start with before yung parents ko, yung ganyan. And so we were very much ourselves when we got married, when we started out. Di na kami nagpanggap na ganito, ganyan. And actually, mas ano na nga siya, mas malambing siya dati, hindi na siya, masungit siya dati. So, I mean, it's really, really good. And again, kaya ayoko nang humingi ng kahit ano pa kasi okay naman lahat, di ba? I actually really enjoy married life. I guess kasi he's also not the typical na bawal ganito, bawal ka ganyan, hindi ko pwede mong nakwatch, I mean, bahay pa lang. So he's a very supportive. So I feel like being married to him, I feel that I've bloomed as a person. And I'd like to think that I've bloomed din siya as a person. Hindi pinatangan, may pimple siya dun sa bibig. Kita niyo yun. Thank you.
Hi, sir. Good morning. We know Go Cheese has done good in Sorsogon. As the first lady, ano ba yung naitulong mo or like projects mo for the province, despite your busy schedule?
Well, ayoko magpanggap to do something na hindi talaga ako. So I try kung saan ako nag-excel. So that would be native goods. For a time, I helped a lot with designing the pili nuts, which a big percentage also comes from Sorsogon. So nag-distribute ako ng bracelets, ng bags. During the pandemic, I tried to help also yung mga single moms or yung mga mothers na gumagawa ng mga handicrafts through Mason Lovery. I also, French, I did that. But whatever, kung saan man, like for example, I tried to create awareness more about Sorsogon. I collaborated with GMA, with I Love My Heart in Sorsogon. And because of that, it really helped with the traffic of tourists in Sorsogon. What else? We just recently opened our dog shelter, which is open to all of the Sorsogonans para pwede silang, to take care of their dogs, whether that's their dog or if they adopt or rescue dogs. There's a rehabilitation center. We also came up with Home for the Aged, which is for the gays, yung mga gays na mag-isa na lang sa buhay. That's one. Ano ba ba? Yeah. Pero madami-dami naman. Anything else?
Yes. Hi, Heart. I'm Vanessa from the Philippines. As you mentioned, you have a very limited time in Cebu. So can you give us a glimpse of your campaign schedule?
My campaign schedule? So, campaign plus work. Kasi grabe eh. So I usually wake up at 2:30 to 3 a.m. I do my shoots. I do sometimes 3 shoots a day. And then I finish around 9 p.m. I wake up again at 2 a.m. for the 3 a.m. And then nilipad kami ng Cebu. After that, lipad ako ng Bacolod. And then after Bacolod, uuwi ako. Meron akong mga 10 requirements na pictorial na kailangan kong gawin mamaya. Tapos mag-hi lang ako kay Cheese. Tapos magpapamasahe.
Obviously, by now, sanay ka na to speak on his behalf. But can you recall the very first time that you had to campaign for him na alone? And how do you prepare? Do you read up on his platform?
I try to make it as organic and as natural as possible. I think the more authentic you are, whether that's when it comes to politics, for yourself, or your Instagram, the more real you are, the more people appreciate it. So even if I get bashed for, I don't know, wearing heels or, I try to be really myself because this is who I am. Regarding what Cheese has done, I think it's just being around him. I'm not oblivious naman of what he does. I do appreciate his hard work and I do, from time to time, look at what he does. Ang daming mga papel-papel na nakikibasa ako, ganyan. So may kwentuhan kami sa bahay. But in the house, we don't talk much about politics. Mostly showbiz. But yeah, I guess subconsciously, I know what he does. I don't research as much, but firsthand I do see his hard work.
You do live with him, so no.
Yes, exactly. So alam ko lahat. Pero hindi lahat, kasi minsan like kagabi, nasa usap na yun. What happened? Hindi, kaya mo ba? So he doesn't really say everything.
Okay, what do you think of your fellow celebrities who take it against their fellow celebrities because of their political stand?
I think it's very, very sad that people take it. I mean, I understand, and I think we should use that passion because we love our country so much to actually make a difference. But I think people should bear in mind that every 3 years is the only chance that we can actually all be equal, no matter where you come from, no matter what you do, that we can actually make a difference and vote. And I think people should respect each other because we all have our personal problems. We all have our personal views, and we all have like a tailor fit, I guess, candidate that we feel like will best represent what we're going through. So iba-iba tayo pinagdadaan, so we should respect that. Again, like what I mentioned earlier, no matter what color they are, I think during election time, again, it's very important that we remember the colors of our flag, which is very important. And we should forgive each other because I guess at the end of the day, we are all just equally passionate about our country. So it's a good thing, but we kind of keep it at the good side. Yes, thank you.
Jewel?
Good morning, Miss Hart. I think they were able to ask about dog cheese already, so I'm going to ask entirely about Miss Hart. So you're basically a melting pot of beauty, talent, and you're also a style icon. And it also happens that you create social conventions after social conventions. So my question is, what's your message for those who look up to you, Miss Hart, especially to young artists?
Again, like what I said a while ago, everything is about authenticity. It's about being yourself, embracing your flaws, and embracing the good stuff. If you pretend to be somebody that you're not, you'll be unhappy. And it'll always come out with the reality that everybody's holding their phones. Somebody's gonna record something. So kung nagmumura ka na bigla, hayaan mo nang lumabas minsan. Huwag ka na magpigil. But of course, be polite and everything. I'm just saying is just be as true as you can. Because people will appreciate you more for that. I used to get bashed a lot ng arte niya, ganyan niya, arte ako, pero buting tao naman ako. Wala namang ginagawa. But then na-appreciate nila ako eventually. Not all, because you can't win them all. But that's something that you may have a set of people that like you and a whole bunch of people that don't. But what matters is you make a difference with those 10 people. So I guess just bear in mind na you can't win them all.
Okay, one more question. Apa?
Oh, it's okay. Hindi ka late. Hindi ka napansin. Welcome.
You guys are so pretty.
It took a village.
I'm a fan.
Oh my God, thank you.
We're going to
Of course.
Okay, my question, Heart, is as a social media superstar, and of course, you're a very known internationally for your fashion. Ano yung aabangan namin for this year? Heart Evangelista Escudero.
So much, thankfully, and I feel very, very great that the world is slowly really opening up for all of us. I am leaving, I think, about 3-4 times. May, June, July, and then hopefully for one of my most exciting project, hopefully by August. So I have a lot. Sana matuloy. So hindi ko muna siya sabihin, baka biglang jinx.
I got a sense that you're going to be a part of the Lincoln Fire.
You do?
Yeah.
I'll be myself, don't worry. I'll be myself if ever I do. But, yeah. Hindi pa akong masyado akong open. What else? Anything else that you want to ask? Go, we still have time.
Go again.
Anything else? Like
Anything else?
Yes, like
Yes,
yeah.
I think you were recently tagged as Google Queen because most of the things that you feature in your vlogs get sold out. Does it ever have any pressure on your part? Whatever you're going to show in your vlogs, it should be like it should be perfect and all. And does this mean that you're going to bring in more foods for cheese?
Oh my gosh.
Because of the influence?
Actually, I don't know if there's any connection. I'm just here as his wife. Honestly, hindi ko alam kung may connection ba yun. Kung ano. Medyo dun sa part oblivious ako. But pressure-wise, no, not really. Nung bata ako, napapressure ako sa ratings ng TV show, na ganyan. But again, I discovered myself as who I am. Parang kumbaga, I grew up having certain roles, and people love you because of the certain roles, but people don't love you for who you really are. So when I realized that you don't need to have everybody love you, but then you celebrate yourself as who you are, then you don't have to be pressured at all. Like for example, I wore shades in Paris. Ang totoong story noon, mag-isa nga ako, umiyak ako ng umaga kasi na-stress ako na nakalimutan na lagyan ng buto sa dress ko. So nakalabas yung buto. So naiyak ako, na-frustrate ako kasi hindi ko marunong mag-pin. So umiyak ako na magamat ako, sabi ko kailangan bumili ng shades. Yun yung nangyari.
Was that the black?
Yes, Sorsogon Governor, my friend. Nakalimutan niya, siguro nataranta. Tapos, yun. So, I guess you just, again, embrace the moment. If you do feel pressured from time to time with the situation in front of you, you roll with the punches and you try to laugh at it. And then again,